morning students, welcome back to Web Technologies class. In today's class, I will explain you the continuous part of selectors. So in the last class, already I have explained what is a selector, how many types of selectors we have in CSS. Okay, so what is a selector? Selector is nothing but the element to which you are giving a style. Okay, and you can give a style to a particular element, or you can give a style to n number of elements. Okay, so based on that, how many types of selectors we have? First one is HTML selector. HTML selector. It is also called as a general selector. Second one is a class selector. Next one, third one is a ID selectors. Fourth one is a contextual selectors. And one more actually I am not giving the last class, that is a universal selector. Universal selectors. This is also called as a group selector. Okay, and one more is a child selector is also there, but it will come under group selector only. Even I will explain child selectors. Okay, you take a screenshot of this: HTML, class selector, ID selector, contextual selector, universal selector, child selectors. Okay, so in this already I have explained HTML selectors, class. Now I will explain this four. So before going into the ID selectors, first I will give you the basic syntax of CSS. That is selector, property, colon, value, semicolon. Okay, so that is the basic syntax. It may be a HTML selector, or it may be ID selector, it may be a class selector, what type of selector it may be. So that syntax is common for all the selectors. Okay, so already I have explained this class selectors and HTML selectors. So next selector is the ID selectors. ID selectors. Okay. ID means if you want to give a unique style to a particular element, then we'll use the ID selectors. See, actually this selector is very similar to your class selector, whereas a class selector is used to give a properties by using the class attribute, whereas ID selector is used to apply properties using the ID selectors. So if you want to give a unique style to any element, then we'll use the ID selectors, because ID means what actually? Unique. Similarly, ID selectors are used to give a unique style to a particular element. Okay, so here ID selectors are created by using a pound hash. Okay, using a symbol, ID selectors will be created. Now here I will use the syntax. ID selectors. Element, name, hash, property, or you can give selector, name attributes, name of the style, name of the ID. Next property, value. Okay, so you can see that here. Elements name, hash, name of the ID, property, value. Example, in the old document, in the entire document, paragraph element, I want to give for all paragraph elements, I want to give a unique style. Then here element will be paragraph, hash, example, A. It is a name, you can give anything. Example here I am giving A1. For all the paragraphs, what color I want to give? Example, color red. Okay, so this ID is created for only the paragraph. If you want to create ID for Then like not all the elements, anonymous, to whichever element you want to use the property, only for that element if you want to give the property, then we will give this like this, ash, A1, color, red, semicolon. Here this ID I am not delivered here, I am not created for any element. So this ID you can use for any element. Whereas here I have created ID for a paragraph. No? You are supposed to use this ID for this paragraph only. If you want to use this ID for any other element, whatever properties you have given in that ID, that will not be applied. Okay, so ID is the one type of selector which is used to give a unique style to a particular element. Okay, you take a screenshot of this. I will give you the example program now. Now, I will give the example program using the ID selectors. Now we are first starting with HTML, this structural tag HTML. Next, head section. Because it is the embedded style sheet, we are giving the styles information inside the HTML. If it is embedded style sheet, then we will give the styles information inside the head section. So here it is a head tag. Inside the head tag I will give the style tag. Style type equals to text /CSS. Okay, what is the use of style tag? Using the style tag you can include CSS code inside the HTML. If you are including CSS code inside the HTML by using the style tag, then that type of style sheet is called as embedded style sheets. Okay, now here I am creating a paragraph. I am creating a unique style for a paragraph. Paragraph ash B1. This is a ID name. Now, what style you want for a paragraph? Like a color blue. I want to give for all the paragraph. I want to give a blue color. This is a element to which element you are giving a property, and this is an ID set. Means this ID is a unique for this one only. Means this properties you can in this selector, whatever in this ID, whatever properties you have given, that will be applied to only this paragraph. Okay. Now one more I am creating, that is B2 color pink example. You can observe one thing here. Here I have not created this ID for any particular element. Okay, so this ID, this is called as an anonymous ID. You can use this ID for any element. Okay, now close the style tag, close the head tag. Okay. You take a note of this. I will explain body section. Now, in the head section I have given property. No? Come to the body section. In the body section, see, it's a continuous body section. Inside the body section, example, if you have 10 paragraphs, and in the 10 paragraph, if you want to give a red color to 2 or 3 paragraphs, then you can give it this. Paragraph is a tag. ID is an attribute. What is the use of this ID attribute? Using the ID attribute only, you can use the IDs. Okay. Here, if you are using ID attribute, then only you can use the ID select. Otherwise, you can't use this type of thing. Already I have explained a class selector. If you have created a class selector and if you want to use that properties, then you have to use the class attribute. Similarly, if you have created an ID, if you want to use that properties, if you want to use the properties which are there in the ID selector, that you can use by using the ID attribute. What is the name of the ID? B1. Next, text, close the bar. Then what happened? Here in this ID class, ID selector, whatever properties you have given, all will be applied to this element. Now here paragraph text, close the bar. Here I have not included ID. So whatever property is there in that ID, that will not be applied. Now one more element I am using, H1. H1 ID equals to B2. And text, close H1. Here you can use this B2 ID to any element, even for a paragraph also I can use. Why? Because here this ID I have not created for any one particular element. It is anonymous. You can use this ID for all the elements. Okay, the thing is, whenever you want to use this ID selector, just in that to whichever element you want to use that ID selector, in that tab, in that opening tab, here you use the ID attribute equals to name of the ID. So in this ID, whatever properties you have given, that will be applied to this content. Okay, so remember only two things. If you have created ID for only any one particular element, you can use this for only that element. If you have created anonymous IDs, you can use that properties to any element. And wherever you want to use that properties, just in the opening tag, you include that ID by using the ID attribute. Okay, now close the body section. Close the issue. Okay, it extension of this. Now, we'll discuss the next one. Next attribute is, selector is contextual selector. Contextual selector or group selector. Okay, so contextual or group selector, what it means? See, for a group of element, if you want to give the common property. So to the group of element, if you want to give the property, then you can use a contextual element. Contextual selector is example, element 1, element 2, element 3. For all the elements, if you want to give the common property, then give the property colon value set. Okay, example, in the HTML document for H1 and paragraph and H2, I want a common property. I want to, for the three elements, I want to give a green color only. Then you can give like this. H1, paragraph, H6. Example, for these three elements, you want to give the same property. Then, red color, green. Okay, and instead of giving a property to separate each and every element, the elements which are having a common property, you group them and give the property. So, this type of selector is called as a group selector. So when you are using a group selector, each and every element should be separated by a comma and give the property and give the value. Okay, so this is called as a group selector and it's called as a contextual selector also. So when you are using a contextual selector, so to whatever elements you have given, for all those elements, the same property is applied. Okay, you take a note of this. I will give you the example program. Give an example of that. Again, HTML head. Inside the head, again I am using the style tag to include the style sheet information inside the HTML. Style type equals to text /CSS. Okay, next H1, H2, H3. What will be the pattern? I want to give a color. Or you give a text align blue, text align right. So in all these text will be displayed right side of the document. Now I am closing the style and closing the text section. Right. So between the style opening and closing, this is the CSS code. Okay. So between the style opening and closing, you can include CSS code. If you are including a CSS code inside the style opening and closing in the head section, that type of style sheet is called as a embedded style sheet. Okay. Now, these three elements I want a common property. So if you want to give a common property to the three elements, you can give by using a group. Now in the body section, I am just giving H1 text. Next H2 text, next paragraph, and close the body section and close the HTML. Okay, so whatever properties we have given for these three elements, okay, so that properties apply. Okay, three elements are the common properties in the body section. For this three elements, you will get the same property. Clear? You take this example program. Sometimes they will ask you this question in your essay also. If they ask you to write this question in essay, you need to give example program for each and every selector. But if they have given in a short directly, if you give the definition, it is enough. Okay. Now, the next one is the universal selector. You take screenshot of this. I will explain universal selector. Now, the next one is a universal selector. Universal selector. Universal selector means, example, you have a HTML document. So, complete in the HTML document, whatever elements you have, for all those elements, if you want to give a same property, then you can use a universal selector. Okay, so in the universal selector, example in the HTML document, if you have 5 tags, for all the 5 tags, the same property will be applicable. Means this, using the universal selector, you are not giving a specific style to any element. All the elements will get the common property, same property they will get. So here the syntax for this is asterisk property 1. So this is syntax. This is an asterisk. Okay, this is an asterisk. What happened? So whatever properties you have given, that is applicable to all the elements in a HTML tag, HTML document. So now we'll use this class selector to this class selector inside HTML. Like this. HTML header style tag style type equals to double quotes text / CSS. Now here I am using the asterisk. What it means? It is a universal selector. Means in the HTML document, whatever elements you have, for all those elements, you will get the same property. So here I am giving a color. Example blue. Style. Close head. Next, open the body tag. Inside the body tag, you write the H1, H2, H3, 5, and close the body. Close the H2. So for this, give the content also text, close H1, text, close H2, text, close H3, text, close H2. So here I have not given property to H1, H2, H3, H2, then this paragraph. And all these elements, so from where they are getting a property, all these elements they will get a common property. Because here whatever selector have given, no, that is a class, that is a universal selector. So universal means it is a common for, it is the same property for all the elements in the document. Okay, the extension of this, and the next last one is a child selector. Child selector in this example, we are in HTML language, nesting already I have explained in the very first class. Means example, table is the outer tag and TD is the inner tag example, or inside the TR you have a TD. So this is called as a child element of this. So for the child element in a particular tag, if you want to give the property, then you can use a child selector. So example, all the TDs in this TR, I want to give a red color. Example, then I'm going to give TR, next give the space TD and give the property. Okay. So in this TR, whatever TDs are, TDS if you want to give the property, then you can give. Just here you need to add this greater than symbol. So in our TR, whatever TDS are in the row, whatever TDS are there, no, that will be given into a scope. So with the child element, what it means, this is a child, no? This is a child and this is a parent element. Okay, so this if you want to give any property in that particular child of the parent, then you can give by using this child, or you can give division paragraph. So whatever paragraphs are there in the division tag, that can be given a different properties in like that. See, I will not explain all the properties, so I am using only 2 properties. When I will explain the properties topic, no, all those things I will explain. So this is called as a next selector. Child selector means particular child element under inside other parent element. If you want to give the properties, then you can use the child selectors. Okay, so these are the different types of selectors in CSS. And for this, all these selectors, with this video only, I will add you the practical part. Then you come to know the execution part of the selectors. Okay. Thank you.
Now I will explain the practical part of our selectors. Okay, already I have given a programming code for a HTML selector, class selector. Now I will give you the code for a child selector, a universal selector, and ID selectors. Okay, so in order to write the HTML code, first you start the notepad, you open the notepad editor. So in order to open notepad editor, here just you click just a minute, okay, and select a notepad. Here notepad is there. This is a notepad editor. Here you write the selectors. Okay, just a minute. Now I am writing the HTML opening tab, HTML opening and HTML closing. Next, inside the HTML opening and closing, give the header tag and close the head section. Next, between header opening and closing, here you can include the style information. Style type equals to text /CSS. Okay. Next, close the style tag. Now, between a style opening and closing, you give the styles information. So first, under types of selector, HTML selector. So here you give any HTML tag, H1. It should be flower basis. Text color example blue. This is a HTML selector. Give the semicolon and save it. Now come to the body section, body tag. Inside the body tag, you give the tag to whichever tag you have given the property. So here I am giving a H1. Above I have given property for H1, no? So here in the body section I am writing a H1. So H1 text closing H1. Now save it. Here I am saving the file as a dot, already a there, a2 dot html. Now this should be all files. So here the location is I'm selecting location desktop. See the location desktop and click on the save. Now come to a desktop. We'll search where is the a2.html. Once again I will save it. Actually it is not saved properly. Save as will take. Save as. It is the text document, so you make it as html.html and it should be all files, save. Now we'll open a2.html. Now you can see this file after saving. This is your a2.html. So you can see the browser icon. It's a browser icon. What it means, it is a HTML file. Just open with Internet Explorer. So this is your so this is HTML selector. So in the body section, you can see in the body section I have given only h1 tag, and for that h1 tag, whatever properties you have given, that will be applied. Okay. Now this is a HTML selector. Now one more selector will include, that is a class selector. That is dot example a1. Same I will give text align center semicolon. Alright. So here I have not given property for this this property for class. No. Here for paragraph I am giving paragraph. What is the class selector there? A1. So if you want to use the class selector, what attribute will use? Class. Class equals to A1. Save it. And example, class selector nodes, I am writing class nodes it is. You can give any text. I am closing a paragraph. Save it. Save it. Come to browser window, refresh this. Class nodes. Okay, what property I have given? For this I have given property as alignment right side I have given. So whatever text you have given, that is displaying at right side of your document. So you can see here. Okay. So now here paragraph I have used. See here h1 color blue I have given for h only one particular tag, but this a1 have not created for any tag. No. So here I am using same this h2 class equals to, what is the name of the class? That is a1 text, and it is h2. Save it. Come to browser window, refresh this. So it is not displaying. What happened? This I have not closed, right? Close it. Save it. Come to browser window, refresh this. See. So that also displaying in a means right alignment. Means if you have created a class selector, that is not for any particular tag. That property, that style, that selector you can use to any element. This is a class. Now come to the ID selector. H1 font symbol A2. Okay, so color green I have given, semicolon, close this. Now save it. Come to body section. Here I am giving h2. What is the selector there? It is ID selector. ID equals to, what is the name of the ID? A2. This is I am giving as ID class. It's a h2. Save it. Come to browser window, refresh this. Some error has happened there. A2 I have not given double quotes, so it is not giving the property. Save it. Come to browser window, refresh this. ID. Okay. ID class. This is properties have not applied. No. Color COLOR color. Here the error is h1 ID have given. Next, but here whatever ID have created, that is h1. So it is not giving a property. So here what I am doing is I am changing this h1, because if you have created ID for any one particular element, no, that element will only use the property. If you want to use for another element, it won't accept. H1, save it, come to browser window, refresh it. See, ID. Understood? Now if you want to use this ID for H2 and all, it won't accept. Okay, because here I have created ID for only the H1. You can use that ID for only that element only. Okay, now you can use one more as a universal selector, right? Asterisk color red. Save it, come to browser window, refresh it. So see here red color. Okay, red color means actually, see here color red I have given no for this text, this the remaining this text class notes and a text I have given properties right here. So red color I have not given for any element like a paragraph and H2 and all, but in the browser's window you can see class notes, means that is a paragraph tag, and the text, that is a H2 tag. So for that two tags, these two tags you are getting that property. You can see here these two tags you are getting a this is selector, because if it is a universal selector means in the document whatever properties whatever elements you have, all those elements you will get the same property, but only the ID is not changed, because ID is a unique color, no, so that is why it is not changed. Clear? So this is a universal selector. Now one more selector is child selector, that also you can give. Division, inside the division whatever paragraph is there, that you want to give a some red color, so here you can't give the div. Inside the division we have a paragraph, here I am giving a text and I am closing P. Right, after closing the P you close the division. Now here in the style tag only I am giving division and the paragraph, color, save it. See, text, here this text is nothing but see here inside the division whatever paragraph is there, that text I have given orange color. See, division, inside the division this is a parent tag, yeah you can see this is a parent tag, this is a child tag, means wherever you have a paragraph tag inside the division tag, only that element we are giving a color orange. So that is why here you got the property red color. So this is about selectors. Okay, so in the next class I will explain another topic from CSS. Thank you.